Hey, what's going on, guys? This is John from TheUndercoverBrony, and I am here with one of the more out there brony channels, very much a variety channel, much like ours. LittleshyFiM, how are you today?
Hey everyone, thanks for having me on today.
Yeah, no problem. So the first question I have for you is something I ask everyone that I interview, and it's mainly because this answer is so widely varied. But what is your brony story? How did you get into the fandom?
Right, yeah, I mean, I don't have, a lot of people have like big epic stories of like friends that dragged them into it. And like, for me, it was really just a matter of curiosity, seeing the meme online and wondering what this is all about. And I started with the show, episode 1, season 1, and I just binged watched it from there. Eventually I caught up to season 2 and started watching it live. And I think that was the turning point, was watching the show live with other bronies. That's really where I was like, okay, yeah, I'm definitely a brony now. So that was, yeah, that would be like really late 2011 or early 2012 for me.
What sort of influences did you see that piqued your curiosity?
Oh, let's see. I guess I was drawn to like the art style. I like that Western animation style, the punchy movement. The characters, of course, a lot of fun, that sort of stuff. In the very beginning, it was really just the meme, like curiosity. Why was this such a big deal? And then eventually, of course, the show and the characters and stories grew on me like any other show would. And obviously, in terms of the fandom, the creativity and all the cool projects people are making is what like really kept me there. So yeah, a combination of all those things.
Oh, okay. Very cool. My next question for you is, what software and equipment do you use to produce your videos?
Yeah, so early on, I started off with HitFilm. That was kind of where I bought my first PC just to run HitFilm. More recently, past couple of years, though, I'm on the Adobe suite, so I've got all that After Effects and Premiere and stuff like that. Although, I'm still using Audacity to record all my audio because Audacity is the best.
Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah, so simple answer is Adobe, I guess.
Okay. Very cool. And I know that After Effects helps with your pony in real life videos as well.
Right, yeah. It's been a while since I've made one of those, but I hope to get back to it soon.
Yeah. So my next question for you is, you're actually, speaking of ponies in real life, you're one of the earliest adopters to try it out. In fact, as I was researching for this interview, I found out that you beat Storm XF3 in terms of getting your first pony in real life video out. And you've always gotten better over time. You know, the green screen effects have gotten a whole lot better. So was that something that was just started on a whim? Was it something you planned out early on?
Yeah, for me, it was trying to combine two things I had an interest in. So this was early on when I was first obsessed with ponies. I wanted to make pony videos, but I didn't have any experience doing voiceover or reviews or anything like that. But I did have a lot of interest in just making videos in general with neighborhood friends and picking up a camera and running and gunning and that sort of stuff. And, a lot inspired by a lot of corridor digital type of stuff. So I wanted to combine my two favorite things at the time. I wanted to make videos, and I wanted to have ponies in them. But since I only knew live action video, I had no choice but to put the ponies into the live action, and pony in real life seemed like the obvious genre for that. Very early on, there was one other person doing it by the name of Navy Brony. He was my first experience with what I guess you could call horse fame, as much as people hate that term. Because I would be the first to join Navy Brony streams and the last to leave. I would be his #1 commenter, like all of his videos. I was Navy Brony's biggest fan, and he inspired me to make a lot of pony in real life stuff. And then, of course, Storm is the king now, but I think maybe early on, I don't know if I can say this or not, but I think possibly I was the one to inspire Storm to do what he was doing. And then, as I sort of slowed down and stopped making those videos, Storm obviously took the crown. Storm is the #1 pony in life creator right now, no doubt about that.
Yeah, especially with this new one where it's Pinkie Pie chasing the laser pointer.
Oh, I love that one. Just the concept alone is amazing, but it's also got perfect execution. It's amazing.
Exactly. Okay, so my next question for you is, so Cinemare Sins comes out every month. Obviously, it is a parody of Cinemare Sins. How long does it take for a video like that to be created from start to finish? And is it ever down to the wire where you're editing to the very last second?
I try not to let that happen. But so early on, I was making the Sins videos as quick as I could. I think it was every few days I'd have a new one very early on. And I quickly realized that wasn't sustainable. That wasn't fun. And I wanted to keep it fun because that's my main motivation with those videos. So that's why I extended it to a month. And that schedule kind of plays a part in the actual production of it. Obviously, I could rush out a video in a few days if I really wanted to, But in my current schedule, I like to spend a couple weeks working on the script, and then a day or two to record, and then a couple days more to edit it all. So yeah, it kind of just all works out to be a month once you add in all the other stuff, other videos and other life stuff I'm working on.
Mm-hmm. Very cool. So my next question for you is, obviously, Derpy to you is best pony. Why is that?
You know, this is a hard question to answer because part of it is just for the meme, but also part of it is because I like all the main six and it's too hard to pick one, so I picked the outlier, which is Derpy. So, but then also there's the third reason, which is Derpy is genuinely interesting to me because she sort of represents the fandom and she's a canon part of the show. And there's all that, the saga of following Derpy and the last roundup and all of her more recent appearances and just everything about Derpy is amazing to me. Not only that, but she's just really cute, and that's probably the simplest answer.
Yeah, it's definitely one of the more interesting stories when it comes to the brony fandom. I know that I wasn't there when the whole Derpy debacle started with Last Roundup. I didn't get into the show until about a month after Candlelight Wedding, so I missed that. But
Yeah.
I did get to see a lot of the fan videos that came out after that. Some of the little fan animations of like Derpy crying and stuff like that.
Save Derpy.
Yeah. But I do like that they eventually did bring her back, as well as also still being voiced by Tabitha.
Right. And Tabitha, she did amazing with so many voices.
Yeah, exactly. And it's also great to see how she's kind of evolved over time from just this silly little background element that an animator forgot to make sure an eye was right to her being like the top pony of most, brony lists and everything.
Well, I think the story was that they knew what they were doing. They just weren't expecting her to be so front and center during the layout. I remember a long time ago, I should find this. It's been a while since I saw it. There was an interview someone did with the actual animator that actually put Derpy in the background. I don't remember. That might be lost to time. I don't know. But anyway, yeah, so Derpy is a lot of fun. And I do wonder how much of my love of Derpy was influenced by actually being there. Like Last Roundup, man, that was such a big surprise. And that's probably one of the highlights of my time in the fandom.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know one of the other things that I've found to be lost to time is I know there was an episode that was on the cutting room floor that Amy Keating Rogers was going to produce that was about where Rainbow Dash and Applejack find this deer in the Whitetail Woods.
Oh, right. Yeah, I think that was one of Lauren Faust's original ideas.
Yeah, I think so as well. But I can't seem to find any info about that anymore.
Yeah, I remember. I'm trying to remember if that was in the leaks at all. I don't know if that one ever made it to the leaks. I think that was just an idea Lauren Faust was juggling around in her head. But yeah, I'm not really sure about that. I've heard of that too, though.
I mean, in some sort of ways, Sounds of Silence almost kind of brought that similar concept to light with the Kieran and everything.
Yeah, like a whole different species.
Mm-hmm. So my next question for you is, you're one of the longer running guests on Bronies React. You go all the way back to the Season 5 trailer react, and in fact, you came running out of the gate with that joke.
All right, first time on Bronies React. I had better not screw this up.
Oh yeah, oh man, Bronies React is such an honor to be a part of. It still feels like a new experience. Like it doesn't feel like I've been on it that long, but yeah, it's been a blast being on Bronies React.
Do you have any favorite moments from your time on the series?
Oh gee, I don't know. There's so many little moments that I don't remember them all, to be honest. I'd have to go back and rewatch a lot of them actually. But I guess the one that stands in my head is when I fell off the stilts. Such a stupid joke, and the accident ended up being better than the stupid joke I had in mind in the beginning. So I just rolled with it.
Yeah, and I know it's one of those things where every Bronies React, all the reactors are trying to one-up each other.
A little bit, yeah.
I think one of my favorites was from Slice of Life when Animated James just had him typing the entire time.
That was really creative. Yeah, I love some of Animated James' work. That was great.
Mm-hmm. Actually, speaking of Animated James, a few years back, I think this was TrotCon 2014, I was working with Ponyville Live, and I was doing camera work for them. Oh. And I was asked to do the 2-hour panel for Animated James. And before this, I had never heard of the guy. So
no.
I had no idea what I was in store for. I thought it was going to be one of those panels where it was 2 hours of him just sitting at a computer and talking about, okay, this is how we do these elements here and stuff like that. But no, it turned into probably one of the funniest panels I've ever seen in my time in the Brony fandom.
Oh yeah, I missed out on that one. What was it? What did you do?
I know that he was just all over the place, talking a lot, making a lot of funny jokes. And then when the questions came up, I know before the convention, he had said something along the lines of like, if you get to come to my panel and all that stuff, I'll take you back to my room and stuff like that.
Yeah, he had a very specific type of humor.
Yeah, and someone actually had a recording of that and put it up to the microphone with his question. And it was just so funny. The next question for you is, what is the process? What was the process of getting to the top 10 pony videos? I know it started with Movie Brony, went to Saber Spark, and then back to Movie Brony, and then went over to Jay Holler, who did it for a number of years, and now it's your baby. What sort of process went into actually procuring the top 10 pony videos?
Yeah, so it goes way back to actually being a fan and viewer of the series. That was something I was following for a very long time. During Jay Holler's reign, of course. I don't know. I don't think I was really following it too closely during Movie Brony or Saber Spark. That was not really before my time, but I don't think I was aware of it at the time. But anyway, that's related because I had some videos getting on the list, and I was an active participant in voting, and I commenting was part of voting. So yeah, I was an active participant, and I think that's what led Jay Holler to decide to hand it over to me. I didn't procure it quite as you say. It's more of a, hey, you want to take over for me? And yeah, of course. How could I say no to that, right? So since then, I've made a lot of changes, but I've always kind of tried to keep that, the original inspiration of Jay Holler. And fun fact, the new top 10 logo I designed has Applejack in it as an homage to Jay Holler as his favorite pony. So yeah.
So that's why Applejack's in there. That's really cool.
Yeah, a little fun fact for you.
Now, I do like your little style for it as well, because you're giving a little bit of a voiceover to it. You're getting to share your opinion of these videos as well as being able to see what the fandom's reacting to at any current moment. It's really, really cool.
Yeah, right. Like making it my own was part of what makes it fun, and it being fun is kind of again like the Cinemare Sins videos is the main motivation for that. And then there was also the side thing, like wanting to make it more YouTube friendly. I was a little bit worried about more copyright strikes and getting flagged as for kids or whatever. So I tried to find the best of both and try to make it more creative and more, I guess you could say, YouTube friendly, as much as I hate that sort of thing. But yeah, it was a lot of fun to bring that together, and I hope to continue evolving it and improving it in the future. Very
cool. So my last question I have for you is, do you have any shout outs you'd like to give?
Oh, wow. I don't know. Shout outs. Let's see. Well, one of my oldest friends who also makes cool videos is Tootsie Forever. He's the first that comes to mind in terms of shout outs. He makes the sort of wacky live action videos I've always wished I was making. And then I think I make the more like voiceover style format that I think he's kind of always wanted to do. So we're kind of jealous of each other. But yeah, he makes some really funny videos, so I'd recommend him.
Very cool. Well, thank you very much for coming on. This was a blast to do.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah, so until next time, that's it from me, John, and here is Little Shy.
All right, have a nice day, everyone.
Yep, have a nice day. Peace out, Dragon.